Hey everyone, Nick here. So what's happened in the last few days? Well, a lot of companies are closing. They're letting people work at home for workers that actually can work at home, which brings me to the topic today of doing things from home. And if you're stuck in your house for whatever reason, or maybe you just have like a flu at some different time of the year, and you just have extra time that you're stuck in the house with your guitar. So I put together what I would consider my top 10 list of things that you can do while you're at home to like bump up your guitar playing. Once again, in no particular order, you should learn songs. Learn like a different song a day. Even if you know like a lot of songs, it's just always good to like know songs and songs and songs. Too many times on a lot of forums, I'll see like a lot of younger players or even intermediate players ask how they can get better, and they usually don't know many songs in the first place. Now, I don't typically follow a lot of bigger guitar channels, but I know Paul Davids. He's got a pretty good channel. He's a really good guy. He knows a lot of his stuff, and he just said something not too long ago on one of his videos that I happened to run across about learning songs. Too many people learn things and not songs. That's always been my thought as well too. So make sure you learn some songs. Learn a song a day, even if it's a simple 3-4 chord song, but something that you maybe kind of know in your head, but you just haven't learned the chords to, and make it a little bit easier for you to figure that out. Take advantage of this time and build up your song list. Here's another one, write a song. If you're not used to writing music, here's a good tip. Take a song that you do know, and if you don't know a lot of songs, refer to my last tip about just learning songs, making sure you have some songs on your playlist that you can just start cranking out. Once you can play a few songs, take one of them that you like and tweak it a bit. Change one chord of it, change the rhythm, change the speed of it, change the key of it, change a couple little things in here just to tweak it a bit, to make it a little more personal, and just change it a little bit. And that's not, yes, it's not songwriting, but it'll get used to taking a structured song and learning what was used in it and tweaking things. And the more you start tweaking things here and there, then you can start putting different parts of songs together, and then you actually do start writing your own songs. So start by tweaking songs. Well, you have to start by learning songs. Then you start tweaking songs, then you can just write them all from scratch after you know a lot of different songs and you're used to seeing how you can tweak them and how chords work together better. Intonate your strings. Learn how to intonate your guitar. I actually did a video not too long ago, I think it was last week, about how to do basic intonation work on your guitar. A lot of you pay a lot of money for people to do that. It's super, super simple. Watch the video, come back here, you can learn the rest of the stuff that I'm talking about today, but learn how to intonate your guitar. This is a perfect time to do that. It'll save you a lot of money, and it's always good to learn skills. Change your strings. If you haven't changed your strings in a while, use this time to change your strings. You can order on strings online. If you're in the US or UK or Canada, you can probably buy them somewhere online, probably cheap in bulk. So just buy some strings or use the string that you have and change them. Another one I talked about a little while ago is to practice every day, at least 5 minutes a day. Dedicate yourself to doing at least five minutes every day to practicing. The thought is that anybody can find 5 minutes, especially if you're going to be at home more. If you can do 5, you'll probably want to do a little bit more, and that's the point of it. But if you do nothing but at least 5, it's easier to at least get that on your plate, and you get some time in that you probably normally wouldn't have had. So do at least your 5 minutes a day, starting today. Do it every day. Take a good half hour or more again, and you don't have to do this every day, but if you have the time, just jam to some music. Take a couple songs that you know how to play the actual recording on YouTube or your CD or however you have it. Make sure your guitar's in tune and play along with it. Jam it like 5-10 times, however much you want it. Really get to know that song so you can play every little nuance of it, every high point, every low point, every part of the solo, every nuance of that. Practice it, get to the point where you can just jam along with the song perfectly, and do that with a lot of songs. The more you can jam, the better you'll feel, the more muscle memory you'll have, and the better more confident in your guitar playing and more consistent you'll be. Try an alternate tuning. Unless you have like some kind of a floating bridge like a Floyd Rose or something like that, because they're kind of a pain to tune at any normal pitch in the first place, let alone changing tunings on them. But if you have some kind of a hardtail or an acoustic, you might be surprised how easy they are to get used to and how much they just open up your creativity and give you lots of new ideas. My two favorites right now, alternate tunings, are just drop D tuning, DADGAD, and one more that I'll talk about in the future, DAD-GCC. Michael Hedges used it, but it's a lot of fun to mess with. I should demo those in a video soon. I think I will. Next one is just work on something. Have some kind of a goal. Either a 1-day goal, a 3-day goal, a 1-week goal, but try to find some kind of goal you can give yourself. Like, I need to be able to play this riff instead of at 110 beats per minute, then 120 or 130. Have something to actually push yourself with, some kind of goal. If you know 5 songs, learn 10. If you can play at a certain speed, bump that up a little bit. Maybe it's just something you want to learn, but do something, make yourself a goal. Even if it's just practicing, maybe just practicing 5 minutes a day is a goal. Maybe writing one or tweaking one song we talked about is the goal. And use this time not only effectively, but in a fun, learning kind of way. Now, this one I've always encouraged a lot of my students to do that, and some really, really take it and run with it, and some people just don't really think like that, and that's fine, it's just a different personality thing. Be creative, make some kind of interesting music abstract sounds or moods with your guitar that aren't necessarily playing chords to just a song. For example, learn some natural harmonics on the guitar. Play with them all over the neck. Try to make some kind of a riff, some kind of a song, some kind of a melody with them. Do something abstract but kind of cool sounding with a chord. Maybe take one chord and just change one note on it and see how that sounds, and maybe make some kind of a different pattern out of it. Try to generate some kind of a mood with your playing. Try to play something that sounds like somebody running, some kind of something like a faster pace, kind of like a regular pace. Try to make something that sounds sad, maybe in a minor key or a minor progression that sounds kind of slow, that sounds kind of like really like a sad part of the movie. Play something that sounds energetic, something that people would want to drive their cars fast to, or have a bar fight to, or pump up and dance to, or something like that. Something that's a little more energetic, a little more upbeat. Maybe could be minor chord progression, maybe a little major chord progression, but something that's a little more up-tempo. Another thing you can do is actually look at a scene, like a photograph or something you see outside that's kind of inspirational, like a sunset, and try to generate music or some kind of a musical thing with your guitar that would generate how that could make you feel. Last but certainly not least, if you don't have a YouTube channel, you're not recording yourself already, you might want to consider doing that. These are a lot of fun to do. They can be a lot of work, you know, especially if you have a full-time job and a family and other things, but they can definitely be a lot of fun. You can definitely get inspiration. You can meet a lot of really great people doing this. You can make some money doing it. If you're already a teacher or player, it's good exposure for other people to see you. You can have something to point them to. If you're doing anything else that's kind of connected with creativity, like I do a lot of camera and video and photo stuff anyways, so I can point a lot of people to this channel and my other channel and say, here's some online stuff that I did, here's what I can do for your company, that kind of thing. It's also good for recording progress, your notes, and just to see where you were at this point in your playing. Guitar journals are good, vlogs are good, people like watching vlogs. And those are my tips for making the best use of your time while you're shut in your house, so you have some extra quarantine time or something. I also have some more gear stuff coming up soon. I just got some more in today that I'm going to demo in the next few days, because I'm going to use this a lot on this channel. So you'll definitely be seeing what this is and how I'm going to use it. In any case, I'll talk to you guys soon. Have a great day. Stay safe, stay clean, stay cool, play my guitar. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.